But for my birthday, he filled my entire house with my favorite flowers, which were Casablancas and gardenias.
He's very romantic, and he's like a big teddy bear.
Yeah.
And see, I know that side of him, and he's very sweet and very kind and gives the best hugs.
Now let's talk about, he's 10 years younger than you are.
11.
11 years younger than you are. And you've said that energizes you.
Yeah, definitely makes me happy. Keeps a pep in my step for sure.
50 Cent just can't let go when it comes to Vivica Fox. This man popped off again. This time throwing shade at her for getting a little BBL at nearly 60. Vivica's fresh look had social media in a chokehold for days. And like clockwork, whenever she starts trending, guess who shows up? Yup, 50. At first, he had folks fooled, acting like he was feeling her new curves. People even started whispering that he might be thinking about circling back to his old flame. But that didn't last long, because out of nowhere, he flipped the script. 50 started going in, saying her surgery left her looking botched and claiming she wasn't gonna land another man. Wild, right? But here's the thing. Vivica doesn't take shots without firing back. And baby, she snapped back hard. Not only did she defend herself, but she also hit him with some serious claims, saying 50's on the low and wouldn't even recognize a real woman if she smacked him in the face. Now the drama's officially off the charts. These two old flames are back in the headlines, and it's messy. Vivica's decision to get her body done had everybody doing a double take. It definitely caught folks off guard. But let's be real, she's a grown woman, and it's her body, her rules. This back and forth between them, it's looking like a whole soap opera playing out in real time. Vivica's always been that girl. Foreign vibes, flawless style, and a body that's been on point for decades. That's why her new look caught everyone off guard. It came out of nowhere. But let's be real. Folks have been talking slick about her body these past few years, and honestly, it makes zero sense. Some people have been throwing shade, saying she looks different now compared to her prime movie days, especially bringing up Kill Bill, which dropped way back in 2003. Like, seriously? That was over 20 years ago. Bodies change. She filmed that when she was in her mid-30s. Now she's pushing 61. Of course she don't look the same, and that's normal. Still, Vivica's been holding it down. Her figure has stayed solid, and she's always carried herself like a queen. So when she popped out recently with that freshly snatched body, we were all shook. She debuted the new look at a meet and greet down in Houston where she was promoting her hair brand. And the moment she stepped out, the internet went crazy. Folks were not ready to see someone in their 60s pulling up with a full BBL transformation like that. Now, yeah, sure, some older women do get cosmetic work done here and there, but Vivica doing it this bold, this loud at her age, that's a whole different level. Now, sure, a little nip here, a little tuck there, that's pretty normal, especially as folks get older. Maybe a facelift or some Botox, nothing too wild. But BBLs, that's a whole different ballgame. Most of the time, it's women in their 20s or 30s getting those done. So when Vivica showed up with hers at 60, yeah, the internet had thoughts. Fans were flooding the comments with takes like, I'm all for people doing whatever with their bodies, but she gotta chill. She already looked good for her age. She didn't need all that surgery. And another said, it's so dangerous. Our elders don't know how to age anymore. Always trying to stay 35. It's low-key embarrassing and risky for a woman pushing 60, don't you think? And of course, 50 Cent couldn't stay quiet. He jumped into the mess with a slick comment. Wait, let me see. At first, folks weren't sure if he was being shady or just curious. Then he followed up with, who said I was spinning the block? Man, I ain't gonna lie. That booty was good, though. I think so. Now that had everybody scratching their heads. Was he being playful? Flirty even? Some fans were whispering that maybe he still had a soft spot for Vivica, maybe even thinking about rekindling the flame. But just when people thought maybe he was warming up, 50 switched up fast, right back to his usual trolling. Out of nowhere, he posted a video of Vivica where her body looked different than it did on Instagram. And to make it worse, he tacked on a screenshot of her IG pic at the end, just to highlight the difference. It felt like he was setting her up to get clowned, and folks definitely caught on. Let's keep it real. Vivica did look pretty different in that video compared to the flawless pics she dropped on Instagram. But come on now, almost every celeb out here is editing their photos to the max. Between filters, Facetune Filter, and Photoshop, social media ain't reality. It's a whole illusion. And 50 Cent knew exactly what he was doing when he posted that clip next to her glammed up photo. He wanted the internet to start talking, and not in a flattering way. But Vivica, she's not the one to come for. Word on the street is she wasn't even shocked by 50's messy move. According to someone close to her, she knows 50's always been petty like this. She sees his little jabs as bitter and vindictive. And for what? No reason at all. And apparently, she's been warning that if he keeps pushing, she's ready to bring the drama right back to his doorstep. And if you know Vivica, then you know she doesn't bluff. These two are pure chaos when they clash. It's wild considering they've been broken up for over 2 decades, but somehow they always find time to sneak in a little shade, take shots, and stir up drama like it's 2003 all over again. Vivica's the one person who can match 50's energy blow for blow. Their whole history's been a ride. Falling in love, falling out, back in again, then straight to war. It all kicked off at the BET Awards in 2003, when 50 was completely caught off guard by her beauty.
You know, I want to thank Vivica Fox for wearing that dress, too.
Fast forward to the 2003 MTV Video Music Awards. Boom! Vivica and 50 showed up hand in hand, shutting down all the whispers and side-eye rumors. No more guessing, they made it crystal clear. They were official. Red, carpet royalty, and the world couldn't stop watching. This was their superstar era, and they were both on fire. 50 Cent was at the peak of his game, dropping Get Rich or Die Tryin' and pulling in a jaw-dropping 12 million sales worldwide. Meanwhile, Vivica was that girl in Hollywood. One hit after another. Independence Day, Set It Off, Soul Food, Two Can Play That Game, Kill Bill. The woman was unstoppable. Together, they were the ultimate power couple, dripping in success, fame, and attention. Vivica was falling harder for 50 every day, and he was treating her like royalty. They had people thinking they were real-life relationship goals, even if it was short-lived. Now here's where things get wild. Word is 50 was so into Vivica that he was planning to pop the question. Yeah, you heard that right. Allegedly, he was getting ready to propose with a 12-carat engagement ring for her birthday, right around the release of Kill Bill. But then, boom, everything flipped. He got mad at her over something, and just like that, the ring never happened. Instead of that massive diamond, she ended up with a basic pair of earrings. Like, really? Folks been asking ever since, is it true he swapped a 12-carat ring for earrings just because she made him mad?
For my birthday, he filled my entire house with my favorite flowers, which were Casablancas and gardenias.
He's very romantic, and he's like a big teddy bear. Yeah. And see, I know that side of him, and he's very sweet and very kind and gives the best hugs.
Now let's talk about, he's 10 years younger than you are.
11.
11 years younger than you are. And you've said that energizes you.
Yeah, definitely makes me happy. Keeps a pep in my step for sure.
Was he in love with you?
Very much. I mean, I think that the reason why it's haunted me for such a long time is I found out later that he wanted to propose to me. So that's why.
Right. Okay. So I'll set the stage. They were in Monte Carlo. 50's got the ring in his pocket.
No.
That's
he was going to have a theater because I was excluded in the international tour.
That's cold. Let's get into how this so-called love story went straight off a cliff. Because when it crumbled, it crashed hard. Like a house of cards in a wind tunnel, everything just collapsed. Privacy? Yeah, that was out the window from day one. These two were under the spotlight constantly. Every little move they made was plastered across headlines. And let's be real for a sec. That kind of pressure, it'll kill even the strongest relationship. But the real tea? That age gap wasn't just a number like people say. Vivica was in her late 30s, grown, seasoned, and focused. Meanwhile, 50 was still fresh at 27, with maturity levels that barely cleared the floor. It wasn't cute, it was chaotic.
Turn the 12-carat ring into a pair of earrings.
Yeah.
Then came the breaking point. 50 couldn't keep their relationship out the streets if his life depended on it. If there was a mic, a camera, or even someone within earshot, he was running his mouth. Private moments, he turned them into public drama. He was out here giving TMZ gold for free. And Vivica? She wasn't having it. She's a boss woman. She wasn't about to let her personal life become some messy reality show. But 50, he just couldn't help himself. No filter, no chill, and definitely no boundaries. So between no privacy, going public too quick, and 50's habit of putting all their business in the streets, this whole thing was doomed from the jump. The breakup hit fast and loud, like a firecracker on the 4th of July. So 50 started tripping, thinking his whole tough guy image was getting watered down just by being with Vivica. And instead of acting like a real man and dealing with his feelings, he dipped. But did he sit her down and talk it out like a grown adult? Nope. Vivica found out she was single by turning on the radio. Imagine waking up, flipping through stations, and boom! You hear your man dumped you live on air. That's straight up savage. And it gets worse, he didn't just break up with her, he straight ghosted her. No call, no text, no, we need to talk. Nothing. Just vanished into thin air like some kind of magic act. Left her blindsided and hurt? But 50 didn't stop there. Nah, he had to take it a step further. Instead of keeping things classy, he started running his mouth all over the place, telling the media all their business like it was his job. And the wildest part? He had the nerve to say Vivica was only with him for clout. That's wild considering Vivica already had her name shining in Hollywood before he even hit the charts. But once the heat from the spotlight got too hot, they just couldn't hold it together. The pressure, the headlines, the constant attention, it all got too real. But like we already know, Vivica ain't one to be played with. And 50, he was about to find that out the hard way. Vivica wasn't about to let 50 Cent drag her name through the dirt without clapping back. And hard! She wasn't here for the nonsense, and she definitely wasn't gonna let him score cheap points by painting her as some clout chaser. Not on her watch. So what did she do? She stood 10 toes down and fired back. Vivica made it loud and clear she was never with him for publicity, and she wasn't gonna sit back while he spread lies like he was doing a full media tour. Nope! She wasn't having it. She shut that down fast. Vivica let the world know she had her own spotlight long before 50 came along, and she wasn't about to let him tarnish her legacy just to keep his name buzzing. If he thought he could clown her and walk away clean, he picked the wrong one. But here's the kicker. Even after he broke things off, 50 stayed petty. Real petty. He couldn't help himself. He took shots at her in his music too. In his track, Get In My Car, he threw shade with lyrics like, my game mess with a chick brain till she thinks she wifey, spent her life savings in a day, cause she likes me. You, commitment from me? Nah, not likely. Went out Vivica, thought I was onto something, but next week, nah, man, it was nothing. Cold-blooded. He really put their personal drama on wax like it was just another bar, but Vivica wasn't about to stay quiet for long. 50 made it seem like he was never really serious about Vivica to begin with, like their whole relationship meant nothing. And just like that, he had her out here looking foolish in front of the entire world. The track cut deep, and Vivica didn't hold back. She called it straight up heartbreaking and humiliating, but 50 didn't stop there. Nope, he tried to come for her career too. When Vivica landed a role on Empire, he shaded her during an interview, blaming the show's ratings dip on what he called too much gay stuff. He said, there are 3 million fewer viewers watching Empire. Did you see it? We couldn't take all the extra gay stuff and celebrity stuff. That comment lit the internet on fire. Folks dragged him hard for it, and rightfully so. But instead of backing down, he doubled down and tried to spin it, saying, must be a slow news week. They're gonna say 50 said Empire lost viewers 'cause of too much gayish. All I said was cookie call me. But that kid's gonna mess up the show. Now everybody waiting for power. He even tried to make it rhyme. Like that made it better? But Vivica? She was not about to let that slide. She clapped back fast and fierce, hinting that 50 might have had a little something going on with Soulja Boy behind the scenes. And just like that, the internet exploded! 50 came back swinging, clapping at her hard like, oh no! But by then, the mess was already out in the open. Now 50 went way left when he clapped back saying, now she thinks I'm gay because I let her lick my A? Wait, I didn't even want her to. She forced me. My hands were tied. 50 Shades of Grey. What? That's the level of messy we're dealing with here. Vivica? She wasn't letting that fly. She fired back with a never-before-seen throwback photo of 50 wearing makeup, and the caption was pure heat. Tell you what, 50 Cent, since you keep telling that lie, I challenge you, let's both go on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live and put this to rest. That never happened, and you know it, Queen. Whew! And look, we could go all day talking about the back and forth between these two. It's been unprovoked shots, low blows, and years of chaos. Vivica definitely has her moments, but when it comes to 50 Cent, it's clear he's the one always starting it. And now he's back at it again, throwing shade about her BBL like it's high school gossip. Y'all already know 50's immaturity is what blew their whole relationship up in the first place. He wanted to keep that tough guy image, even if it meant ditching real love. And now, same story, different year. First, he compliments her new look, like he might spin the block. Then the second folks start saying he's still feeling her. Boom! He flips, posts that shady video of her body to get her dragged online. Corny. According to someone close to Vivica, she's had enough. She's telling him loud and clear, keep her name out his mouth, or she's coming with receipts. And listen, Vivica's one of the few who can actually go toe-to-toe with 50. And word is, she's still sitting on some serious dirt. So yeah, 50 better think twice before coming for BBL Vivica because this time she's not holding back. Now, tell me what you think. Did 50 take it way too far? Was Vivica right to snap back the way she did? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear everything. And hey, before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. For real, if you made it this far, you know you're into the tea, so go ahead and subscribe. Like this video, share it with your people, and smash that bell so you don't miss the next messy saga. See you in the next one.